Hey, thank you so much for liking, tagging, and sharing the post on Instagram. So here is the tip I promised. In 2024, one of the best things that you should be doing is looking for opportunities and listening to both the buyers and sellers that you might be working with and seeing how you can inject yourself into those opportunities. So not just looking for either a listing or working with a buyer and showing them houses. And I'm not talking about listening to their needs on, hey, I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, X amount of square footage in this price point. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about listening to their pain points, right? So if right now, when we've got a shortage of inventory, if you can inject yourself, maybe perhaps they really wanted to remodel the house, but they're getting outbid, or it's tough to find those because there's just not as much inventory out there in the areas. If you can identify some properties that perhaps need some work, you can add additional value. And so you should look for these opportunities. Look for the places where perhaps you can help the seller sell the house for more by staging it, fixing it up, doing things along these lines. And I know the question is, where do I get the money from? You can reach out to us. We'll put up the money for it. We'll help with the design. We'll help with all of that stuff and help you kind of grow your business. But in addition to this, what happens is that, most agents are generally Hey, first, I'd like to thank you for liking, sharing, and tagging me in the video. I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my social media presence, and what I'm doing is in exchange for people helping me, I'm going to be giving you some of the tips and trade secrets that have worked for me throughout the years, and always being consistently busy and getting more and more transactions. And so what I really like to do is capitalize on opportunities versus just going out and trying to work with buyers or sellers, or, I've always dealt with more the investment side. So I tend to seek the opportunity. And the way that works is that right now, I think there's a unique, not just time because of the NAR lawsuit and the, Department of Justice settlement and so forth that's coming forth. But really what's happening is that because of low inventory, agents are now looking for ways to maximize their opportunities and maximize the amount of money they can make on a per transaction basis, while at the same time, the buyers and the sellers are looking for ways to cut down those commissions. And so the way to do that is to not necessarily make it part of the commission or add extra value so that they want to pay you more. And so what I mean by that is let's take a seller in particular, this scenario. You've got a seller who wants to sell a property. Perhaps it's not selling, or it's an expired listing, or you're just talking to someone new and the home needs some work. It's not a flip property, because in every marketplace, the properties that are flipped tend to sell for the highest dollar per square footage. And that's because they've recently been fixed up. It's newly remodeled and people are moving into a move-in situation. Whereas with many homeowners, even the ones that are pride of ownership type homes, buyers are going to move in and they're typically going to do a little bit of work, right? And so what you can do is if there's a discrepancy, and every area is a little bit different, right? You'll have to do your own homework here. But if there's a discrepancy where buyers are paying a premium for homes that are fixed up, then that creates an opportunity for you to help the seller make more money, and at the same time helps you make more money, right? In this scenario, when you're helping them make more money, they're not going to really negotiate or balk at the amount of money you're making. If it's a commission, it's one thing. If it's, hey, we're doing this for the commission, but we're also going to charge you design fees for bringing in the contractors, managing the construction, in many cases bringing in the money to do the remodel and then waiting to get paid at the resale. Now, if you don't have the money, don't worry about it. Just reach out to me. I'll help you with that. My cases right now, it accounts for about a quarter of my business is not homes that we're flipping, but actually homes that we're helping the seller flip. So we call those seller flips, right? And so we go in, we help them remodel it so that they make more money above the cost of the remodel. They end up netting more money in their pocket. All right, so the same thing is happening with buyers, right? So buyers out there, they're trying to find a house, very low inventory, and some of the houses they don't like. Oh, it needs this, it needs that. Listen for that opportunity. That's an opportunity right there. So every time they don't like a property, that represents an opportunity for you to come in and fix the property post-close. So this obviously works with the buyers that have some money for the remodel post-closing. However, it doesn't always have to work that way, because oftentimes when this happens, and the house needs some repairs, you can go back and connect with the seller and ask for elevated commissions so that you can help do the repairs on the backside, right? So you might be saying, hey, well, how does that work? Okay, well, if on the backside you were going to charge design fees to your client for helping them organize everything and deal with contractors, helping to make sure, create the right scope of work and do all this work product, that's something the seller might pay for because it helps them get more for their property. Otherwise, they're headed towards a price reduction. Market's already spoken, it's become a stagnant listing. And so you're creating a win-win scenario here where you can get more in commission. Now, we've done this in the past where we've gotten a 6% buyer's commission, and then we help our buyer at a reduced or at our cost on the resale or a lower than our normal fee, a discounted fee for handling the design on the backside. In any event, these are opportunities where you can elevate the amount that you would be making versus a commission. Because keep in mind that when you work for a brokerage, most brokers are out there training you how to go get listings, how to work with buyers, how to get offers accepted, and they're not really showing you how to capitalize on opportunities. They're showing you how to get listings and get commissions, because that's how brokers make their money. They make their money as a percentage of your commission. And that's most of the brokerages out there. That is changing now because of the reduced inventory. Brokers are getting more creative, and they understand that the investment side of it is one way to maybe elevate profits and keep agents with them, because 2023, most agents did not make a lot of money. Anyhow, if you have any questions regarding this tip, please feel free, private message me, text me, and I'm happy to respond and help you as much as I can.